Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I wanted to get on here today and talk to you guys about a subject that's very near to and dear to my heart, which is how to get some sort of relief when you've been wrongfully convicted. I actually believe that there are so many people that are wrongfully convicted in our justice system today, and it's not much of a justice system because of that. The system is not built to get people out that have been wrongfully convicted. It is built to keep you there. As my husband's mom used to say, it's a lot easier to get in jail or prison than it is to get out. And it's proved true. So our story is pretty simple. It's not simple at all, but I can make it a little bit simple for you, which is 20 years ago, essentially, we're going on 21 years. When our son was a year old, my husband was arrested and then a year later convicted of a crime he didn't commit. And we have been basically in a battle since then to get him out of there. And you have to figure, because he had a jury trial, and so those are pretty definite. Like when you get a jury trial, you better have a really good reason to overturn that. And so there's when it happened with us, I didn't know any better. I didn't know anything. If we knew anything, he wouldn't have even gotten convicted, but we didn't know what we didn't know. And I know there's a lot of people out there that just don't have the resources, don't have the know-how, because I didn't have it. And there certainly wasn't this huge amount of info back then, because figure this was in 2000, 2001, and there wasn't a lot of information. So I just wanted to give you guys some tips of what you can do now if you feel that your loved one is wrongfully convicted, and to help them find their way back out to freedom. So before I dive into it, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you like the content on my channel, if you don't know, I talk about real estate, entrepreneurship, law of attraction, which is something I completely believe has helped me get us to this point, helped my husband and I both get to this point. And I talk about justice, prison. I'm actually going to school to be an attorney, and I'm currently a real estate agent. So let me start really quickly with giving you just some basic advice. Number one, keep everything. I wish I had kept everything that I got. For instance, 1 week after my husband was convicted, the prosecutor actually sent us back a package that had letters to him, had money orders to him. He had held all of that for about a year before sending it back to me. And just to put in perspective how big of a deal that was, back then I didn't have any money. I was raising our son. I was working a 9-to-5 job. I was doing everything I could to make ends meet and still be able to send him money. And so you know how it is. You're living paycheck to paycheck. I would have $20, and I literally would go and get a $10 money order and send him half of what I had. And the prosecutor kept it for that whole time. So I don't know that I could do anything with that if I had it, but I don't have that anymore because I didn't understand the importance of it. Keep every single document that you come in contact with, period. Like whether it is a request. So one of the first things that I would tell you to do is do what's called a Freedom of Information Act request. When I started doing them back in the early 2000s for our case, I was getting turned down left and right. I was told it was destroyed. I was told that they didn't have the budget to go out to the warehouse to look for it. I was told that they just didn't have one. I was told so much bullshit. And I actually kept all of those letters. So that's thankfully, I guess I could have sued somebody, but that's not really in my spirit. I really just want to get my husband out of there. So, but we did finally get our Freedom of Information Act. And y'all, I want you to know that after 17 years, when we finally got those documents, there was vital information in there that we did not know. There were things that were not disclosed that we did not know that were in that file. So I'm here to tell you that whatever you can get, don't think that just because the system is saying it happened this way, that it actually happened that way. don't think just because you haven't seen a piece of evidence that it doesn't exist, because there is a whole lot of things that go on. And that I just realized that keeping all your documentation is huge. Requesting your FOIA, huge. You can go to the state website, whatever state that you're in, go request your FOIA, get those documents back. The next thing that is the most important thing, well, one of the most important things, and it's tough, right? Because I know for me, hiring attorneys, I hired plenty of attorneys that literally got me nowhere. I was spending thousands of dollars that I was saving up. It would literally be everything I had. I would give it to an attorney and they would not file documents, not show up prepared for oral arguments. Do you believe that I paid an attorney and the attorney actually called me after we actually won oral arguments because his case is that messed up? We won oral arguments in front of the courts in Michigan, the Supreme Court in Michigan, and my attorney called and said afterwards and said, "Oh, I wasn't as prepared as I should have been. Oh, well, I'm glad that you're going home tonight because my husband isn't because you weren't prepared." So, and you cannot believe that the review sites online, a lot of them are full of crap. There is a super lawyer site. Please do not believe that. Any attorney you have, if they're promising you it's going to be super easy, if they're promising you the everything, just remember this old saying: if it looks too good to be true, it probably is. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So the attorneys that were doing that were just taking my money. I actually ended up having to go through a grievance process because I had an attorney say that they were going to file a document that they never filed. These people don't care about you. You know, it's just it's a sad fact. It's one of the reasons I want to become an attorney, is because it's a sad fact that there are a lot of attorneys who will just take your money. So something that I stumbled on, and I had a phone call with an attorney who was actually an amazing attorney. So any attorney that will give you time without rushing you to your checkbook or your credit card is an amazing attorney, in my opinion. Most attorneys are not that way. They're very hard to get a hold of. They promise everything and give nothing. They charge huge retainers, but then don't follow up. So the attorney that I got to talk to that was amazing told me about a private investigator. So I guess, I don't know if private investigators have always been around, but they just came into my radar in the last 5 years, or yeah, maybe 5 years. And we've been trying to do this for a really long time. So I went through one sort of bum ass private investigator that I feel like maybe he had good intentions, but it just didn't work out. But I found an amazing private investigator. So that is my third tip. And the one that I'm going to leave you with today is to get a private investigator that will preview your case and just give you an opinion on your case. You don't want somebody who is going to oh yeah, we need to go find this, we need to go find that. You want somebody that is going to actually look at your case, that has a little bit of good standing, that is going to actually read the file. So my husband's case is like 2,000 pages. I paid a good amount of money for my private investigator to read my case. And literally when I contacted her, she was like, "I'm probably going to give you bad news." But I still wanted to move forward because what I knew is that if somebody who was skeptical saw it and realized what was there, then if they believed, then we could move forward and show the courts what the deal is. So we are still in the court actually right now. So I just want to put that out there. And I also want to tell you guys, I'm not an attorney. Do not mistake anything that I'm saying as actual legal advice. It is not legal advice. It is just person to person. You know, I wish somebody would have told me some of the things that I know now way back then, even though I know everything happens for a reason, even though I know everything is in perfect timing, it still would have been really nice to have some information. So really these videos, and I'm going to do a series on this, these videos are really just to give you some ideas of things that you can do, because what I know is when somebody is arrested abruptly and you know that they didn't do it, you know, it is one of the worst experiences. And trying to figure out how to stay powerful when you feel like there's a big monster that's coming for you and the people that you love. It's fucked up and it sucks. And I just want to help you guys any way that I can. So anyway, if you like the video, don't forget to like, leave me a comment. And don't forget to subscribe, because then you'll get notified whenever I put new videos and stuff out. And I'm going to be putting part 2 out to this video next week, so stay on the lookout. Okay, guys, y'all have a good day.